these problems, and eventually you have to, revamp the whole system because you can't pay for it anymore. And that's what has happened. We've lost the good jobs. We've lost good jobs in our productive capacity, and the fact that we are still strong economically and militarily, people put more trust in us than we deserve, and they cannot see that we are threatened in any way.
Expand on your position in the Iowa State Supreme Court ruling legalizing gay marriage. Did I hear you say that you're okay with that because it's a state court?
No, I didn't even talk about it.
Oh, did you?
I don't know. I didn't read the report, but I defend that constitutionally.
The state court's ability to legalize that. You're okay
Oh,
with that?
sure.
Okay.
Sure. Every state should have right the same way. The same way with. Pardon me? He asked about
The court last day, or
no,
April 2009, legalized gay marriage in the state of Iowa. Yeah, I'm talking about the ruling. No, I'm sorry. I was asking about the ruling, not the
he was from the ruling, not the justice. Okay. I think.
So sorry, I'm confused.
Just make sure I gave you the right answer. That's all.
Well, I know we did that. So you support the ruling. You also support.
I support the state of Iowa to get rid of the judges and to write laws dealing with marriage, not the federal government. DOMA, I believe, is undermining that right. So Iowa has the right to determine what they want.
Congressman, but on marriage, you've said it's a private issue. In 2007, you said you support any associations people want to enter. How do you square that with the idea that state governments can now define marriage? If you previously said it's a private
Because the Constitution does that. The Constitution doesn't give me any right to interfere with the state of Iowa and what they decide about marriage.
So should government be involved in marriage, or is it a private thing?
Well, no, if you read my new book that's coming out and read my whole chapter on marriage, my position is that this is a typical example of why government shouldn't be involved. I don't want the governments involved. But when one government pushes it down the throats of another one and pushes things on people and forces them to accept things they don't believe in, then governments have to react. My position is that it's a personal, spiritual matter, and that individuals should make that determination. But that's not going to happen. I don't talk a lot about that because what am I going to get people to convert and say, oh, we don't have a license to get married? I don't think you should have a license to get married. I think you should be in the church, and it should be a spiritual matter, not a government matter, especially a federal government. Now, that's for sure. There's no authority for the federal government to be involved in start telling people.
Congressman, you're going to New Hampshire later this month. When are you going to make a decision about whether to run for the White House again?
No idea. It's going to be a little while yet.
But you are considering this. You are considering it.
Yeah, and I think, like I tell everybody, I think about it all the time because people ask me all the time.
Assuming you look at the GOP field and there might not be a candidate that speaks to the issues that you care about so deeply. And I've admitted that might have an influence. Even 2 years ago, I said, well, I have no idea what I'm going to do. If there's a monetary crisis brewing, and it's very evident to the American people that they need to get an answer about the monetary system, I've always said, I have a hard time remaining quiet. What I'm going to do to not be quiet, I don't know. The truth is, my answer has been 50-50 on the issue of running or not running. I really don't know. And maybe a trip like this will help me make up my mind. And among the names out there, do you see anyone speaking to this monetary crisis?
More than there used to be. I've done it for 30 years, and I haven't had two people care about what I was doing. Last year, we had every Republican and over 100 Democrats support my Art of the Fed bill. There's a shift on it, not because I'm giving better speeches, but because the issue is becoming more important, and we have a financial crisis and bailouts and a bankruptcy, and they know more is coming. So events are moving in that direction. That's what I'm sort of saying. Certain events will help me determine what I'll do.
Mr. Congressman, wouldn't the people and the government do better with federal dollars instead of Federal Reserve dollars?
Yes, because they would be less secret. The Federal Reserve is secret, and they take care of their friends, their banking friends, the corporations, and their foreign central banks and foreign bankers. But both are wrong. You asked me whether it would be better. Yes, it would be better that it was out on the table, and
Congress had to appropriate the money and pay the bills.
No interest?
No, I wouldn't go that far. That would just encourage a lot more. If you, the Congress can be the engine of an inflation just like the Federal Reserve can be. But you're talking about whether it'd be better to be open. It would be better to be open.
We've got time for one more question.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
See you,
guys.
everybody.
Appreciate it.